Structured development. There are many stages in program development. One of them is defining and understanding the problem, planning and designing, implementation, testing and evaluation, and maintaining. Defining and understanding the problem. In this stage, we define the problem statement and decide the boundaries of the problem. Whilst in this stage, we try to understand the problem of what is required and what solution must we use for this problem. Planning and designing. This is a stage where we determine the requirements such as variables, functions, and many more to solve the problem. In this stage, the programmer must gather all required and necessary resources to solve in the defined problem a programmer has stated for the project. Additional information is that this stage also determines the bounds of the solution. Implementation. During the implementation stage, programmers develop a step-by-step procedure to solve the problem using specifications given in the planning and designing stage. This stage is one of the most crucial and important stages for program development. Additional information in this stage uses programming languages to write or implement actual programming instructions for the steps defined in the previous stage. Testing and evaluation. The testing and evaluation stage checks if the code written in the implementation stage is solving the stated problem. This means that the programmer must test the program whether it is solving the problem for various input data values or not. The programmer must also test whether it is providing the desired outcome of the problem. Maintaining. The maintaining stage is when the program is actively used by the user. If any enhancements are found in this stage, all stages of program development will need to be repeated in order to make the enhancements. Problems that occur during this stage will also cause the other stages to repeat their procedure.
Characteristics of a structured approach. One characteristic is distinct formal stages. It includes various phases of development. For example, when students doing the IPT course, they were given an assessment booklet with the criteria of 5 phases. So it went from outlining the assessment to all the way to developing the current project. And also another characteristic is long time periods. These are used to develop large-scale projects such as the new iPhone that's about to come out in October or the previously released Samsung S10 Plus. Also, another large-scale project was the Apple Park, which was released last year in April. This cost $5 billion to make, but it is one of the most futuristic buildings in the planet. It also takes multiple years. This project, the Apple Park, took almost 3 years to build. Large budgets are also vital to a structured approach because it allows the team to measure the capabilities they can reach and where they need to make limitations.
There are many members who are integral to any programming team. These people are designers, programmers, and analysts. The main designer has a duty to oversee all the design aspects of a project from start to finish. They have to produce original pieces, illustrations, and infographics. By taking on this role, they have to ensure that the quality of the design is befitting their budget and time restrictions. The programmer has the job of creating design solutions. They have to logically attack problems to create a cohesive and comprehensive set of logical algorithms to carry out a task through code. Last but not the least, the analyst. It rests upon this individual's shoulders to set realistic goals based on their financial, schedule, and skill restraints of a team. They have to keep the team in check, know every member's weakness and strengths, and plan around that. Together with an analyst's programmer, the designer of any group will be able to create a group project. An example of this previously mentioned stages is our group project. We wrote down ideas on what our game would be about as our understanding the problem stage. The storyboard would be our planning and design stage, and creating the actual game would be the implementation stage. As this is an amateur team, it is likely there will not be a large budget. An example of the roles in a development team are that some of us who are better at some skills will be assigned roles suited to their strengths. This means that some of us will be programmers and some of us will be designers. Thank you for listening to the presentation.